To background some previous history before Pearl Harbor, Franklin Roosevelt was the President of the United States. At the time, the U.S. were importing scrap metal and oil into Japan. The Japanese emperor hadn't made a decision on the Aggression Pact. Franklin Roosevelt did not agree, and so he furthermore discontinued scrap metal and oil to the country. This, as you can probably guess, upset Japan. Around 4 a.m. on the morning of the 7th, 1941, 353 aircraft began flight under the direction of Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto of the Imperial Japanese Navy. Destination, the U.S. Pacific Army Fleet, 231 miles south of Oahu, Hawaii, United States. The Japanese had two goals in mind going into this. First being to cripple the U.S. fleet and create a buffer zone around Japan so that Japan could withstand American attacks. Second being to preserve their resources and bring in more from the Philippines and Australia. Meanwhile, back in Hawaii, the U.S. soldiers had not a clue about the rupture that was about to begin. One general got a radio signal from a few airplanes, but figured it was just the F-17s flying in from the mainland. Boy, were they wrong. Contemplation was in mind, but no one suspected their harbor of ships would be under flames within minutes. The Japanese first had an aim for the flying aircraft, which they shot down several, but after realizing the docked harbor ships were a better bet, they changed course and went after the U.S. battleships. In number being 8, all were damaged and 4 were sunk, as well as the battleships. 188 U.S. aircraft were destroyed. The first
8 a.m. At Pearl Harbor, the peaceful Hawaiian Sunday morning is shattered by a devastating aerial bombardment. The onslaught catches U.S. servicemen like Mal Middlesworth completely off guard.
I heard this horrible explosions. I thought, my God, what are they doing on Sunday? It's obviously a drill, but it looks very realistic.
Together with more than 1,000 other sailors on the USS Arizona, Don Stratton is plunged into the fight of his life.
I went out on the forecastle and the sailors were pointing and hollering and pointing toward Ford Island, and looked over there, and we could see the bombs landing and the planes banked, and we could see the red sunrise on the planes, and we knew right away it was the Japanese.
The first of the battleships to be bombed was the Nevada. Just over a half hour after the Nevada was hit by one torpedo, the Nevada got underway and left its berth in Battleship Row to head toward the harbor entrance. The moving ship made an attractive target to the Japanese bombers, who caused enough damage to the Nevada that it was forced to beach itself. Second, the USS Arizona, which is the most commonly known. The Arizona was struck a number of times by bombs. One of these bombs, thought to have hit the forward magazine, caused a massive explosion, which quickly sank the ship. Approximately 1,100 of her crew were killed. A memorial has since been placed over the Arizona's wreckage. Third, the Tennessee. The Tennessee was hit by 2 bombs and was damaged by oil fires after the nearby Arizona exploded. However, it stayed afloat. West Virginia was the fourth. The West Virginia was hit up to 9 torpedoes and quickly sank. Fifth, Maryland. The Maryland was hit by 2 bombs, but was not heavily damaged. Sixth, Oklahoma. The Oklahoma was hit by up to 9 torpedoes and then listed so severely that she turned nearly upside down. Despite being upside down, a large number of her crew remained trapped on board. Rescue efforts were only able to save 32 of her crew. And lastly, the California. The California was struck by 2 torpedoes and hit by a bomb. The flooding grew out of control and the California sank 3 days later. Of course, there were a lot more than just those 8. Those were the major and most commonly known. Another bombing was made on the Clarkfield Air Base during the same time. The Pearl Harbor bombing began around 7:55 a.m. and the last being fired right before 10 a.m. In less than 2 hours, 2,402 Americans had died, 1,802 injured, and millions of dollars of destruction was done. Japanese losses were very light, with 65 Japanese Navy dead or injured and 1 captured. The following day, the U.S. declared war on Japan by sending in a bomb 600 miles from shore. December 7th was a very somber day for many. Thousands of loved ones were lost. The day will never be forgotten, but instead stand as a day of infamy.
Will you show me how it feels to feel the sky within my reach?